problem with the bank switching. So therefore they found that okay, this bank switching is a hassle. So the engineers thought we created this problem, so we need to solve this. So they came up with another solution which is known as access bank. Access bank is created to minimize the problems of bank switching. So how they actually create this access bank is, access bank consists of the lowest 96 bytes in general purpose register and the highest 160 bytes of special function registers. When operands are in the access bank, no bank switching is required. So what they did was 00 to 5F is how much? How many bytes is that? 00 to 5F is actually hex 60, right? Convert hex 60 into decimal. This is 96 bytes, and from 60 to FF you get 160 bytes. 96 plus 160 bytes is 256. This is simple maths, right? 96 plus 160. So what they have done, do you realize that following the flow of the problem? The 8-bit limitation forces it to have banks. With the banks, okay, now we are happy, yay, we can still maintain 16 bits, but then, alamak, you have to actually create BSR to select the bank. Then they got happy, no problem about it. But then they found out that you need bank switching if you want to access into different banks. So they thought that actually causes overhead and also may cause program errors. So this is a hassle. So they came up with access bank. They actually created access bank. So how is access bank created? Access bank is nothing but the first 96 bytes of bank 0 and the last 160 bytes of bank 15. Bank 16, last one. So when you combine this together, you get ta-da, access bank. Ding 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 ding. So this range of address is hex 000 until hex 0 5F, then F60 till F. Can you see this? The first 96 bytes is taken from bank 0. The remaining 160 bytes is taken from bank 15. But then if you, so total you get 256. So if you just slash off this fun part, just look at this. 00 until FF, which is 256 bytes. In order for you to access 256 bytes, how many bits do you need? Only 8 bits is enough. So we can take back the same example, and with this example we will finish the class. Okay? Can I erase this part? So now, the earlier example is we actually perform addition working register with file register. And usually the file register, all the file registers in data memory are of 12-bit address, right? Which means you have to use bank. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? The whole range in data memory are 12-bit addresses, which means, and this instruction only allows us 8 bits. So in other words, you have to use bank switching to select the particular location. But instead of using that, if you use access bank only has this is the actual range of the address, 00 until FF. It has only 2 hex digit address. So instead of using the normal data memory, you can actually use the access bank file register. So access bank file register has only 2 hex digit. Why? Because 8 bits. So we'll take one example. B hex 10. This is 8 bits, right? Whenever you see 2 hex digit, know that this one is at access bank. So when now the same address, the same instruction, when you want to add working register to file register, you have the F, E, and also A, right? So add the content of working register to file register. This content, this address of working register is known already, right? So we need to provide the address of the file register. What is the address of file register? 10. And this F allows 8 bits, right? So straight away you can write hex 10. Destination? KW. Now the A is actually the banking scheme, right? Bank scheme, right? There's 2 options. One is actually the bank, which is using the bank. The other one is access bank. Are we using access bank or the bank? Access bank. So what should I write here? You should write here capital A. So, do you see we don't need the bank information. So when this one reads, add the content of working register to the content of file register. What is the address of file register? Hex 10. Then you will check, is it in bank or access bank? Oh, access bank. Access bank means you'll straight away get it from here. And you'll add and you'll store in working register. Is it okay? Now the next question you may ask is when to use access bank, when to use normal. That question we'll answer tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do a few examples and then you can have a clear cut on the access bank and also the bank. Any questions on the access bank? Okay, just before you all leave, just to recap on the bank and also access bank. Now we are the subject matter of seeing the instruction format, and we are actually just saw the byte oriented instruction format. The byte oriented instruction format allows only 8 bit for the file register address, 1 bit for the destination and 1 bit for the access, for the bank scheme. So in our data memory we have 12-bit address. So but this limitation 8-bit forces the bank to be divided into, forces the data memory to be divided into banks of 256. So with that, when you 4096 when you divide by 256, you'll get 16. So you get 16 banks. So for 16 banks you need 4 bits, and that 4 bits actually selected in bank select register. So how do you actually activate the bank select register? Is by using the instruction move LB. So when you activate that, that will actually use the BASR to activate a particular bank. And in the instruction ADDWF, you need to provide the FP. You can only provide the 8-bit address. The destination is up to you. Later we will know, we'll see how to choose the right destination. But the A field there, what is supposed to put? You put right bank. And we saw the problem with the bank because we have to do the bank switching, and also if we forgot to activate the right bank, we'll get the wrong answer. So therefore, because of the problem, they came up with another solution, which is access bank. Access bank is nothing but from 96 byte from bank 0 and 160 byte from bank 15. When you combine together, it gives a range of 256. Because the range is 256, you only need 8 bits only to access them. But whenever you're using this, you need to tell the CPU that this hex 10 is not part of any bank, but it is part of Axis Bank. Is it okay? So we will see more examples tomorrow. Thank you very much for coming, and as usual, I forgot to bring the attendance.